Hi, I'm Amy. Welcome to the Pickled Home. On today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make this wreath out of items that I found around the ranch. We are also going to take a little tour of the outside of the ranch, do a little sprucing up, and just show you some of the projects we have going on. So let's go for a walk. Let's take a little morning walk through the property today. I have a lot of little projects I need to get done today. I gotta work on the porch. I'm gonna have to paint up here. I'm gonna refresh it a little bit. And ideally, Brian's gonna make me some flower boxes over here that I can fill up with flowers, but not sure I'll be getting that this weekend. Guys, the end goal of this house, this used to be an old loading dock. And we want to turn, for this, we're gonna want to build some pretty stairs, build up some landscaping on the sides. That's gonna be a job for another day. We're saving our dollars right now to get that project done. I'm really excited. I think this area is going to look so pretty when we get that done. Can you imagine just being able to walk up the stairs right up to the door? But it's okay, I'm being patient. Let's take a walk around the property. This is Henrietta. She's our little female turkey. I think she's laying eggs, so we should have baby turkeys soon. We have the barn back there that's full of a lot of items that we need to go through still. It's a never-ending job on the ranch. Guys, this is the cabin. This is also where I do my candle making and a lot of my crafting. I am going to turn this into like a she shed, so it's going to be adorable someday. I'm thinking like flower boxes and a cute light outside. We're going to finish the skirting around the bottom, and we might have to repaint it. We might get a pretty nice sunrise. So Brian has planted some little seedlings around this fence, and look it. Looks like they're popping up. They're looking pretty good. Guys, I absolutely love hydrangeas, and I planted a couple back here. Let's see how they're doing. This one I didn't water for like a day and it pretty much died, so I'm bringing it back to life now. I see maybe a little bit of new growth, so she might make it. I planted a newer one here. It looks like we're getting mildew though. I'll have to figure out what takes care of mildew. So we're in the back of the house, and the back of the property doesn't get as much strong sun. So back here I planted me a little garden. These are squash, and as you can see, they are growing. Look it, we have our first little squash. Back here I planted loofah seeds. I would love to make some soap and encase them in the loofah sponge. Here's tomatoes that we planted. They're doing pretty good. I haven't seen any flowers on them yet, so hopefully we'll get some blooms. Ooh, we do have a tomato. Look at that. I planted something here, but honestly I don't know what I planted, but it's obviously doing really well. Planted the same seed right here. So that's going to be a surprise. And then I have peppers. This is what we're going into the area that I call the courtyard. It has got endless potential. This honestly, I think when it all ends, this is going to be my favorite area of the house. On this this is a honeysuckle vine. So I'm envisioning this someday growing all the way up onto these metal beams, and I have honeysuckle planted all around. And then we have climbing roses over here. They've had their day this spring. They were all in bloom, but these I'm also envisioning going all the way up the trellis. I think that's going to be so pretty. This area, this is my little potting bench that I'm working on right now. There is no place like home. I'm starting to grow this area. I would like to get a new outside rug that's actually for the outside. And we just set up our pool. I'm probably going to check that out today. All this metal was pulled down from our house, so we have to recycle it. I'm going to end up hanging all kinds of lights from up here. This is going to be stunning, guys. This is going to be a work in progress. It's going to take a while, but this area I know is going to be where we spend most of our time. I see cornhole over here. I see darts. I see croquet. Just a place that our grandkids are going to come, and our kids, and really enjoy spending time. Gotta clean up the poop. Look at this. The good thing about all the poop, though, is turkey poop is fantastic fertilizer. So if there's any bonus. Here's our beehive. We're hoping to get some honey. They're already starting to be busy little bees and making us some honey. They're getting stirred up because I was spraying around them. I'm going to be making a wreath today for my front door, and believe it or not, this is the scrap I'm going to be making it with. So I have to find the perfect amount and size. I'm going to need a lot of these. All right, I've got a pretty good bundle, guys. Now let's go in the house and see what I can make of this. So for this wreath that we're making, the only supplies that you should need are your hot glue gun, I'm using a grapevine wreath, which I found at a yard sale for a couple of dollars. And then, of course, the branches found around your property, or if you don't have property, go to the park, find them at the park. There are so many ways to get natural product to make this wreath. You also can add to it whatever you like. You might add some raffia bows, some flowers, some pretty colored stems from outside. That's up to you. But I think I'm going to take this how it goes. I'm not exactly sure how the story is going to tell, but I'm going to start with just adding the branches and go from there. Okay, so first things first. Basically, I'm going to be adding these little stems and creating a circle with them so it looks like a little circle 3D wreath. And we're going to see how this goes. My first time making this type of wreath. I think I'm going to hot glue it in. So I have my hot glue gun. So I'm going to start off putting the glue in. Oh, I need glue. I need more glue for that. So I like the way this looks. I'm just going to add it to the end here. I think I will stuff this one in here. I'll move to the next one. I have to trim that a little bit. I like the idea of it having the little leaves on it. Okay, in this one, maybe in there. This is not very functional. Let's put it maybe right here. There we go. All right. That's cute. I'll do that one like right here. We're switching areas. All right, so we moved into the sunroom where I actually have a place to put my wreath, and it's working with me and not against me. I'm really liking the leaves, guys. I know it looks a little bit more like a fall wreath, but I like fall all year round. Nothing wrong with the leaves. Oh, I like it. Over there. Oh, that's a pretty one. Pretty. It's pretty. So guys, at this point you're just basically eyeballing it, seeing what your taste level is, how much, you know, if you like it fuller, if you like it lighter, if you like it more basic, more fancy. You can add anything to it that you want. If you want to add a bow, you want to add some like fresh stems in there or some dried stems that have color. I am going to look and see what kind of stems I have around here. I looked around and I didn't really see anything that I liked that I would want to add to it. I'm kind of thinking the simplicity of this is pretty perfect, at least for me. What do you think? I like it. Let's go hang it.